Chairman Carr, yes or no, and please, yes or no, is the FCC an independent agency?
Senator, thanks for that question. I think that,
Yes or no is all we need, sir. Yes or no, is it independent?
well, there's a test for this in the law, in the key portion of that
Just
test.
yes or no, Brendan?
The key portion of that test
Okay,
is,
I'm going to go to Commissioner Trusty. So just so you know, Brendan, on your website, it just simply says, man, the FCC is independent. This isn't a trick question.
okay, the FCC
it
is
yes or
not,
no?
is not.
Okay.
Is not.
So
an
is your website
independent-
wrong? Is your website lying?
Possibly. The FCC is not an independent agency.
Okay, can I read this to
because-
you? The FCC's mission on the homepage of the FCC, man, an independent U.S. government agency overseen by Congress. Is that factual or is that a lie?
The FCC is not formally an independent
Is
agency.
this true or is this a lie?
I'm happy to answer your question.
Okay.
The sine qua non of independence is being removable by the president.
Chairman, I have a little bit of time. I'll get back to
The
you,
FCC is
sir.
not an independent agency, formally speaking.
Appreciate you saying that and being honest with the American people. Commissioner Trusty?
Senator, thank you for the question. The president is the chief executive vested with all executive power in our government, and FCC commissioners are not, we do not have for-cause removal protections, which means that we aren't independent.
So is your website lying?
I can't speak to the website. I've not seen that.
You all are the commissioners in charge of this place, right? So this stuff has to be approved by one of you. If this is lying, then you should just fix it. Let me just say that. That wasn't even my gotcha question. I'm surprised that I've burned up 3 minutes talking about this damn thing. Commissioner Gomez?
Yes, and we should be.
I appreciate that. Well, Mr. Chairman, if I could just submit the printout of the homepage of the FCC into the record, man, it says it's an independent agency, and if it's not true, then change it.
Without objection.
I appreciate that, sir. Chairman Carr, with that being said, does Congress need to clarify that the FCC is an independent agency?
But it's up to Congress to pass any legislation. The Constitution is clear that all executive power is vested in the president, and Congress can't change that by legislation.
Yes or no, is it appropriate for the FCC to revoke broadcast licenses based on the viewpoint of the licensee?
It's appropriate for the FCC to take action under our public interest standard and hold broadcasters accountable to things like broadcast hoax, news distortion, localism. Those are things that we should be taking action on and enforcing.
Commissioner Trustee, same question to you. Is it appropriate for the FCC to revoke broadcast licenses based on the viewpoint of the licensee?
Senator, my job is to enforce the law as it relates to broadcasters. Broadcasters have public interest obligations, and that it relies on a case-by-case basis. As you know, the FCC does have the authority to revoke licenses, and the conditions for which are spelled out in Section 312 of the Communications Act.
Commissioner Gomez?
Absolutely not. The First Amendment applies to broadcasters regardless of whether they use spectrum or not. And the Communications Act prohibits the FCC from censoring broadcasters. We should not be revoking licenses based on their viewpoint. In fact, what we should be doing is ensuring more viewpoints, because if you don't like speech, the answer is more speech.
I appreciate that. I think that's something that this body would agree with. Chairman Carr, you supported the broadband label that the FCC adopted back in 2022, is that correct?
Yes, Senator.
Even though broadband providers, as you're aware, they've been displaying these broadband labels for over a year, you recently proposed changes to making it harder for consumers to understand what plans they're subscribed to or what they're paying for at the end of the month. As you know, it's hard to understand why this action would have been taken. You also want to eliminate the requirement that broadband labels be translated in the languages in which the providers are already marketing their services. Is that correct?
That's not correct, sir.
So you will reverse the notion that these labels will be not done in English and other languages?
No. What I'm saying is consumers want clear, concise, accurate information. I think we agree on that. We have started a proceeding to make sure that they're not overwhelmed by irrelevant information. We have not made any decision to eliminate any particular feature of this. We're open-minded. We've sought comment on different portions of the existing process.
So, Chairman, just to be clear, there will be no action taken by the Commission that prevents these companies from putting that information, the same languages used in marketing, those languages can be used in other ways?
Yeah, we will not take any action to prevent them from doing
I
that.
appreciate that clarity. Do you think consumers benefit from seeing the full price they pay at the end of the month with no hidden fees?
Yeah, we want clarity, we want transparency, we want just like nutrition labels. Again, the concern is, did we strike the right balance or did we add information that effectively put in wheat and chaff. We want to separate the wheat from the chaff and
Chairman,
make this clear for consumers.
I hope you keep your word there and that there's more information, not less information in these labels.
We want,
and that
we want clarity. We want clarity. I don't know if it's more or less.
Amen, brother. I just hope that it's more, better information, however you want to talk about it, that whatever the commission, the action that you all take, that you just don't make it harder. Mr. Chairman, I have other questions that I was hoping to get to, but my little back and forth on this webpage got me stuck, sir. Just so you know, I'll be submitting some questions into the record about caps. I have a question associated with if it's Congress or if it's the FCC that can change those caps on consolidation. I have questions about USF. I was proud back in May of 2023 with Leader Thune to introduce the framework around the bipartisan bicameral working group, and I certainly hope that the word that was given to Senator Fisher to work together, that we just commit to do this one together and that we all work together to get this done. It's too important not to get right. So I appreciate the time today.